Welcome into FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland. It's the Cowboys and the Redskins. And welcome into another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. Evil Dead, he's predicting the upset. Redskins -2, we'll see. Over under at 44. Cowboys at 4-2, tied with the Giants atop the NFC East against the 1-5 Redskins. Dallas will get the ball first, we're underway. Fielded by Plant at the goal line over the 15, 20, 25, and Plant gets planted at the 26-yard line. No pun intended. Dallas led by their starting quarterback, Jeremy Lawler, in his third year out of Alabama. JG thinks the Cowboys are going to win 58-21. Interesting predictions here. Evil Dead's going with the Skins in an upset special here. It would be a major upset if the Redskins were to win this game. But the Falcons beat the Chargers the other day. Yesterday, the Chargers were 0-6, or the Falcons were 0-6, and the Chargers lost. 1st and 10. Lawler to Baxter, and Baxter outside, out to the 27-yard line, a 1-yard gain. Sam Baxter in his 7th year out of USC. Here's the Cowboys offense. Up front, Baker, Diggs, Willis, Porter, and Smith. And then it's Harris, Musgrove, Baxter, Stevens, and Plant. A gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Dallas at their own 27-yard line. The best helmet ever in NFL football history, the Redskins. Just a great helmet. Baxter up the middle on 2nd and 8, out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 6, it'll bring up 3rd and 2. We're just underway, live from FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland, right outside of D.C. Overcast day. 58 degrees at kickoff. 3rd and 2 at the 34-yard line. Lawler to Baxter again, and Baxter has the first down. He got the 2 yards necessary. First down, Cowboys. Cameron Cole on the tackle in his 7th year out of Chattanooga, the free safety. The Steelers beat the Ravens before this one, 34-24. This is the second game of our triple header, and then we'll have the Dolphins and the Buccaneers after this. 1st and 10 Dallas from their own 36. Lawler hands off to Baxter around the outside, and Baxter, he's going to lose yardage back to the 33-yard line. A loss of 3. Making the tackle, leading the charge, number 50 for the Redskins. That's Cameron Wright, the rookie out of Oregon, the linebacker. It'll bring up 3rd and 13. Edwin James also got in on the tackle, number 32. The defensive back. 2nd and 13 for the Cowboys, back at their own 33-yard line. Opening drive of the ballgame. Lawler to Caden Musgrove this time. A flag is down. Musgrove outside, down the sideline, and he's out of bounds. But this one's coming back, I do believe.
Offense.
Legal block on the Cowboys. Terry Cobbs, the fullback, the guilty party.
Still second down.
It happened a yard downfield. It'll be 2nd and 17. Back at the 29 for Dallas. Cowboys going backwards. These two teams played back in week 3 in Dallas. The Cowboys won that game 20-10. The rematch today, 2nd and 17. Lawler in the gun. Lawler to Musgrove. And Musgrove, not much. No gain. Let's take a look at the Redskins defense. Up front, Trickett, Ray, and Enoch. They play a 3-4 linebackers. Kaufman, Foster, Wright, and Malott. And the secondary, Wallace, Wright, Cole, and James. JG must be rooting for the Cowboys. Going to be 3rd and 17 for Dallas, back at their own 29-yard line. Opening drive of the game. 4 receivers set wide. Lawler in the shotgun. Lawler drops back, looks downfield, throws, gets it out to Stevens. It's a fumble. Cameron Cole picks it up for the Redskins. Nick Stevens, the tight end, caught it and promptly coughed it up. Let's watch the replay. Let's make sure it was a catch. Oh yeah, he took about 3 steps, and that ball is out. It'll be Redskin football. Cameron Cole made the recovery. Mel Kaufman made the hit. Kaufman, the 8th-year linebacker out of Purdue. Evil Dead may have known something coming into this game. He predicted a Redskins upset, and now the Redskins have a chance to score first. Off the turnover, the Redskins will have it at the Cowboy 49-yard line. 1st and 10, going the other way. So the Cowboys' opening drive ends with a fumble, and now Washington will take over. Led by their quarterback, Kurt Sullivan, in his 9th year out of Florida State. Sullivan hands off to Dante Ciali, and Ciali gets 2 yards out to the 47-yard line. Make it 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Kerry Rule, the linebacker, on the tackle, number 53, in his 5th year out of UTEP. On 2nd and 7 at the Cowboy 47, Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan hands off to Harrison this time. Ron Harrison right up the middle, down to the 34-yard line. A gain of 13 yards and a Redskin first down. The 3rd year back out of Florida, Ron Harrison, with a first down for the Redskins. The Redskins come in at 1-5, desperately looking to get a win. On 1st and 10. Sullivan to Ciali. And Dante Ciali, a nice run. Down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 14 yards, another Redskin first down. The Cowboys can't stop the Redskin running game here early. Making the tackle, number 35, Preston Birdsong, the former Buccaneer. Birdsong, in his 8th year out of Florida, spent 7 years with Tampa Bay, now in his 1st year with Dallas. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Redskins on the move, threatening now, in field goal range. Sullivan to Ciali again, up the middle, and Ciali all the way down to the 6. The Cowboys just can't stop the Redskins' offensive line. 14 yards and a Redskin first down. Jeremy Marsh finally made the tackle. 1st and goal, Redskins. I tell you what, guys, I miss these uniforms. I miss the helmets. Redskins had some great helmets and uniforms back in the day. 1st and goal from the 6. Sullivan to Ciali up the middle. Ciali in for the touchdown. No, he's down at the 1. They said he was down at the 1. It looked to me like he got in. I'd be reviewing that if I'm the Redskins. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Washington trying to get the early lead on Dallas. It'll be second and goal from about the half-yard line. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan to Harrison, and Harrison goes nowhere. He's going to lose a yard. Antonio Malone, the ninth-year defensive end out of Northwestern, on the tackle. I was thinking about the Browns defensive player, Ralph Malone, is Antonio Malone. A loss of a yard. It'll be third and goal for the Redskins at the Cowboy 2-yard line. On third and goal. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan looks to the end zone, throws underneath. Vaden, touchdown, Redskins. A 2-yard touchdown reception by Justin Vaden, the 7th-year tight end out of Tennessee. And the Redskins take an early lead, 6-0. Evil Dead predicted a Redskins win, a Redskins upset. Evil Dead must know things. Mike Bragg for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. And the Redskins capitalize off the Dallas turnover and turn it into a touchdown. And they lead at 7-0. We're live from FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland, Week 7, here at Jammin' Sports. The 4-2 Cowboys, the 1-5 Redskins. Dallas currently tied for first in the NFC East with the Giants at 4-2. Well, coming into this week, they were tied. The Giants have already lost. The Giants lost to Green Bay on the opening game of this week. So the Giants are now 4-3. There's the kickoff. Fielded by Plant at the goal line over the 15, 20, 25, 30. Tom Plant brings it out to the 30-yard line. The 7th-year receiver out of Texas Christian. So the Redskins up 7-0. Dallas will have it now for the second time. Jeremy Lawler, the quarterback, in his 3rd year out of Alabama, will lead the offense. .2:11 left to play here in the first quarter. And that's not a typo. The Redskins are up 7-0. On 1st and 10. Lawler to Baxter outside, and Baxter bounces off a Redskin down the sideline and finally tackled by Mel Kaufman at the 39-yard line. A gain of 9, it'll be 2nd and 1. Sam Baxter, the 7th-year back out of USC. A 9-yard gain, bouncing off Redskins as it goes. Foster should have had him, number 54, Robert Foster. But Foster didn't wrap up right there. Tried to push him down. You can't do that. 2nd and 1 for the Cowboys at their own 39-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Lawler in the gun. Lawler back. Throws inside to Stevens. He holds on this time. Nick Stevens, the 2nd-year tight end out of Tennessee. A gain of 5. First down, Dallas. Making the tackle, number 36 for the Redskins. I'm looking at my roster. I don't see a 36. There he is, Matt Keys, the 5th-year safety out of USC. He's down on the depth chart. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Lawler fakes the handoff. He's going deep, going for the home run, and it's picked off. The Redskins pick it off. Number 22, Sean Wright, the 3rd-year safety out of Maryland, picks it off. That is the 2nd Cowboy turnover of the first quarter. And the Redskins get the ball back at their own 11-yard line. The ball a little bit underthrown, and Wright picks it off. The intended receiver was Leon Jenkins. It'll be first down, Washington going the other way. Evil Dead, I swear he knows things. We're taking him to Vegas. Redskins will start from their own 11-yard line. 1:07 left to play here in the first quarter. And the Redskins up 7-0. This time, Washington has a long field in front of them, though. Yeah, we should. You're on fire. Sullivan back. Throws down the middle to Baden. Justin Baden, 15 yards out to the 26-yard line. In a Redskin first down. The 7th-year tight end out of Tennessee. Who are the Tennessee players on the Redskins here? Let's see. Well, we've got Baden, we know that. Reich's another tight end from Tennessee. That's all their offensive players. Robert Foster, the linebacker from Tennessee. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line in the I formation. Norris in motion. Sullivan to Ciali, and Dante Ciali only gets a yard to the 27-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9. Coming up to make the tackle, Preston Birdsong, number 35. This might be the last play of the first quarter coming up. 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line. Sullivan in the gun, takes the snap, hands off to Harrison. And Harrison breaks through and gets out to the 34-yard line. And that's the end of the first quarter. Redskins up 7-0 here at Chapman Sports. Welcome back to FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland. Week 7. The 4-2 Cowboys, the 1-5 Redskins. If the Cowboys can come back and win this game, they would be in first place all by themselves in the NFC East by virtue of the fact that the Giants have lost already this week. Giants lost a heartbreaker to the Packers, 23-20. 3rd and 2 for the Redskins at their own 34. They're in the I formation. Sullivan to Ciali, and Dante Ciali out to the 37-yard line, 4 yards, and a Redskin first down. Dante Ciali in his 6th year out of Marshall University in West Virginia. He's been a solid back. A fresh set of downs for the Redskins at their own 37. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan to Ciali. A big hole for Ciali as he gets out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 7 will be 2nd and 3. This Redskins offensive line is opening up some gaping holes, and Dallas just can't seem to stop them. Going to be 2nd and 3 for the Redskins at their own 44-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan, play action, throws. He had a man open, overthrew him, incomplete. Brad Roan, the tight end, was the intended receiver. He was overthrown. Roan in his 5th year out of Ball State. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Redskins at their own 44. 7 minutes left to play here in the first half. Redskins up 7-0. Sullivan hands off to Ciali. Another first down to the Cowboy 49-yard line. A 5-yard gain. First down Redskins. Redskins getting 5, 6, 7, 8 yards a chunk. On the tackle, Carl Sherman, the 7th-year safety out of LSU. But it's a Redskin first down. We hope you're enjoying the game here at Jammin' Sports. Tell all your friends and neighbors about Jammin' Sports. Let's get them in here. Let's make this a big crowd. 1st and 10 from the 49. Sullivan, 3-step drop, throws inside to save. To the 43, a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Virgil Say, the 7th-year receiver out of Oregon State. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Coming up on 6 minutes left in the half. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan hands off to Harrison around the outside. Ron Harrison, another first down, out to the 35-yard line. 8 yards and a first down. Ron Harrison, the 3rd-year back out of Florida. And the Redskins have a really nice 1-2 punch at running back with Ciali and Harrison. It's amazing to me that the Redskins are only 1-5 coming in. First and 10 for the Redskins at the Dallas 35. Sullivan to Ciali, and Ciali this time is going to be hit for a loss. Kerry Rule, the linebacker, in his 5th year at the University of Texas El Paso, the Miners, UTEP, makes the tackle. It'll bring up 2nd and 11. .5:20 and counting here in the first half. Redskins up 7-0, looking for more. Redskins trying to make it a 2-possession game. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan back. Throws downfield to Swift. Breaks the tackle inside the 20. Down to the 15-yard line. Rashard Swift, the 4th-year receiver out of Alcorn State. His first catch of the day. Good for 21 yards and a Redskin first down. The Redskins got the Cowboys defense on their heels. The Redskins are looking like the 4-2 team, not the Cowboys. 1st and 10 for the 15-yard line. Sullivan hands off to Ciali up the middle, and Dante Ciali down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and inches. The Redskins are pretty much sticking with what's working, and that's their running game. Getting big chunks of yardage. 4:20 and counting. Here in the first half, it's eating up a lot of time. It's making for a very fast first half. 2nd and inches from the 6-yard line. This time, 5 receivers wide. Empty backfield for Sullivan, back to throw. Throws inside to Roan. Touchdown, Redskins. A 6-yard touchdown catch by the tight end, Brad Roan. The 5th-year tight end out of Ball State. Evil Dead, I don't know how he knew, but he knew something. And the Redskins take a 13-0 lead. Wow. I did not see this one coming. Mike Bragg for the extra point, and it's good. Redskins lead at 14-0 with 4:06 left to play here in the first half. We're live from FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland, Week 7 here at Jammin' Sports. Where has this Redskin team been all season? I do not know. I'm looking at the schedule. The Redskins' only win came in Week 4 against Carolina at home. They won that game 20-17. That's the only game the Redskins have won so far. But they're leading this one 14-0. Bragg will kick off. Fielded by Plant a yard deep over the 15, 20, 25. And Tom Plant out to the 28-yard line. Dallas will take over, down 14-0, with 4:03 left to play here in the first half. I'm serious. If you know anybody that would enjoy watching these simulated seasons on Jammin' Sports, let them know. Your friends, neighbors, anybody else. Let's get them in here. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Lawler to Baxter up the middle, and Sam Baxter out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 6. They get a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Robert Foster, the linebacker, on the tackle in his 3rd year out of Tennessee. If you don't know, the Jammin' Sports Studios are in Nashville, so I point out the Tennessee players. Lawler in the shotgun, 2nd and 5. Lawler back, throws inside to Jenkins, and that's going to be a 6-yard gain to Leon Jenkins, the 4th-year receiver out of South Carolina. First down, Dallas. First down. Something else Madden 19 has that the newer ones don't have, the Redskins. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Lawler hands off to Baxter around the outside, and Baxter goes down. No gain. Robert Foster, the linebacker, comes in and makes the tackle. It'll bring up, actually, they now say it's a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Under 3 minutes left in the first half. Redskins up 14-0. Evil Dead's prognostication is coming true so far. Lawler in the shotgun. Lawler, a draw play to Baxter up the middle, and Baxter very close out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. Baxter, one of the better backs in the league. The former Heisman Trophy winner at USC. He barely beat out Robinson of the Dolphins. 3rd and 1 in the offset eye. Lawler to Baxter, and Baxter has the first down into Redskin territory. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Redskins up 14-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland. Week 7. The Redskins lead the Cowboys 14-0. We're at the 2-minute warning in the first half. 1st and 10, Dallas at the Redskin 47-yard line. Dallas trying to get on the scoreboard before halftime. A dark, overcast day outside of our nation's capital. 1st and 10. Lawler back. Lawler looking, rolls out, throws downfield, is caught by Jenkins, and he's out of bounds at the 22-yard line. A 25-yard catch by Leon Jenkins. And now the Cowboys are threatening at the Redskin 22-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 1:55 left to play here in the first half. On the tackle, Edwin James, number 32, the 7th-year defensive back out of Ohio State. First and 10, Cowboys at the Redskin 22-yard line. 5 receivers wide. Empty backfield for Lawler. Lawler drops back. Throws to the near side. Jenkins makes the catch at the 11-yard line. Another Dallas first down. Leon Jenkins. He's coming to his own. Jenkins. I mean, the Cowboys have Ronnie Harris and Tom Plant, 2 all-pro receivers, but Jenkins in his 4th year out of South Carolina. He makes for a pretty good third receiver, slot receiver. 1st and 10 Cowboys from the 11. They get a first down at about the 1-yard line. Lawler in the gun. Lawler back. Throws inside the Baxter. It was knocked down. Knocking it down, number 93. That's Clinton J. Easy for me to say. In his 5th year out of Nevada, the defensive tackle knocked that ball down. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 11-yard line. Lawler looking, rolls out, throws back across to Stevens. Nick Stevens, the tight end, down to the 8-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 7. Robert Foster on the tackle. Nick Stevens, the 2nd-year tight end out of Tennessee. A minute 17 remaining here in the first half. Redskins up 14-0. We have the Dolphins and the Buccaneers up after this. We'll be down in Tampa, Florida for that one. On 3rd and 7 from the 8-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Lawler in the gun. And somebody jumped. I think the Redskins jumped off sides. And that will be on Brian Trickett, the left end. And that 3rd and 7 turns into a 3rd and 3. Sports Davis in the house. Half the distance to the goal line. Good to see you, Davis. The Steelers beat the Ravens earlier today, 34-24. This is the 2nd game of our triple header. Dolphins and Bucks up next, waiting on Maximum Football. I think a lot of people are. On 3rd and 3, 4 receivers wide. Lawler in the gun. Lawler will drop back, throws into the end zone. It's almost picked off, incomplete. He was looking for Kevin Cole. And that'll bring up 4th down. There were a bunch of Redskins around him that deflected the ball. And the Cowboys will have to settle for 3. Alec Kerr will come on. This will be a 21-yard attempt to get the Cowboys on the board. There's the snap. Kick is up. Looks good. Is good. Redskins lead at 14-3 with a minute 10 left here in the first half. Live from FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland, Week 7, here at Jammin' Sports, where it's the game that matters. We'll have baseball later tonight, starting at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. First up, we'll have Game 2 of the NLDS between the Cubs and the Cardinals. The Cardinals lead that series 1-0. And then we'll have Game 1 of the Mets and the Dodgers out in Los Angeles. That's all coming up tonight. Football in the afternoon, baseball in the evening. There's the kickoff. Fielded by Harrison at the 3-yard line over the 20-25. And Ron Harrison brings it out to the 25-yard line. First down, Washington. So the Redskins offense comes up, and they're up 14-3. JG imploring his Cowboys to do something. The Redskins still have 3 timeouts, a minute 6 to work with. They should be able to get into field goal range, you would think, with that much time and that many timeouts. First and 10 from the 25. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan back. Throws underneath to save. He holds on at the 33-yard line. Redskins take a timeout. A gain of 7 will be 2nd and 3. Virgil Say, the 7th-year receiver out of Oregon State. A minute 1 remaining here in the first half. Washington will have it at their own 33-yard line. Dallas can take over first place in the NFC East all by themselves with a win today. If they lose, they'll be tied with the Giants for first at 4-3. Sullivan in the shotgun on second down. Sullivan back, throws underneath, evaded. The tight end out to the 37-yard line, a 4-yard gain. The Redskins take another timeout. They have one left, 56 seconds left in the half. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead, Sports Davis, and JG bring you the game here this afternoon from FedEx Field. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Redskins. They have one timeout left here in the half. They're at their own 37-yard line, up by 11. Redskins come out, Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan drops back, throws to the near side to Harrison down the sideline. He's out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. Now they say he did not get out of bounds. The clock is running. 40 seconds. His forward progress was stopped before he went out of bounds. 35 seconds. Redskins quickly call a play. 30 seconds. 2nd and 6 from the 41-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side. Sullivan back. Throws underneath to Vaden again. And Vaden to the 49. And the Redskins take a timeout. A gain of 8. And a Redskin first down. With 21 seconds left in the half. And now Washington is out of timeouts. Evil Dead predicted a Redskin upset, and so far it's happening. More often than not, a lot more often than not, Evil Dead is right. I don't know how he knows, but he does. 1st and 10, Redskins from their own 49. 21 seconds left until halftime. Sullivan. And Sullivan is going to get sacked back at the 47-yard line. And I think the Redskins will be content to let the clock run out. JG, you predicted a Cowboys win. The Redskins are going to say, you know what, we're up by 11. Let's just go to halftime. Let's not tempt fate. And the Redskins will get the ball first in the second half, so keep that in mind. As the first half clock is winding down, we hit halftime. Your halftime score, Washington 14, Dallas 3, here at Javits Sports. Back to FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland, Week 7, here at Javits Sports. The 4-2 Cowboys, the 1-5 Redskins, and the Redskins so far are shocking the world with a 14-3 lead over the Cowboys as we get set to start the second half. The Cowboys with a chance to take over first place all to themselves in the NFC East if they were to win today. But right now they trail by 11, and they'll have to kick off to start the second half. Chris Green will kick off for the Cowboys. This will be fielded by Harrison at the goal line over the 15, 20, 25, and Ron Harrison brings it out to the 29-yard line. And that's where the Redskins will take over. First and 10. Dante Ciali, there's his numbers for the first half. The sixth-year back out of Marshall. So the Redskins will start the second half from their own 29-yard line, first and 10. Single back in the backfield. Sullivan, play action, rolls out, throws, wide open. Vaden, the tight end, all the way down to the 45-yard line. A 21-yard gain to Justin Vaden, and he was wide open. Wesley Keaton finally made the tackle for the Cowboys, but that's a big first down for the Redskins in the Dallas territory. How does a tight end that big get that wide open? He just bowled over number 30, Carl Sherman. First down, Redskins at the Cowboy 45. Redskins with a 14-3 lead. They can take a 3-possession lead with a touchdown. In the I formation, Sullivan to Ciali, and Ciali is going to lose 2 yards. Carl Sherman came in, the strong safety on the safety blitz, and made the tackle in his 7th year out of LSU. Carl Sherman spent 6 years with the Vikings, now in his first year with Dallas. A loss of 2 yards, 2nd and 12 for the Redskins at the Dallas 47. Overcast day here at FedEx Field. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan back. Throws underneath to Vaden. And Vaden gets a yard. It'll be 3rd and 11 at the 46. Cowboys defense quickly there to converge and make the tackle. Don't forget we have the Dolphins and the Buccaneers after this. And then at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, we'll have baseball for you as the baseball playoffs continue. 3rd and 11 for the Redskins at the 46. Big third down right here. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan back. Throws deep downfield. He's got a man wide open. Save. He holds on. No, he doesn't. Incomplete. I thought he had it. It was broken up by Carl Sherman. I thought Say made a spectacular catch, but it evidently not. Incomplete, and the Redskins are going to have to punt. So the Dallas defense holds. Jack Hamilton punts for the first time today. And it's out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Nice punt by Hamilton, the rookie out of Mississippi State. And now Jeremy Lawler, the third-year quarterback out of Alabama, will lead the Cowboys offense. Dallas down by 11 with 6:21 left here in the third quarter. But they'll have to start at their own 13-yard line. Can the Cowboys come back? On 1st and 10. Lawler hands off to Baxter, and Baxter gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. On the tackle, number 50, Cameron Wright, the rookie out of Oregon, makes the tackle to be 2nd and 10 at the 13. In the offset eye. Lawler drops back, throws out to Plant across the 30, and Tom Plant to the 32-yard line, a 19-yard gain. First down, Dallas. Tom Plant, the 7th-year receiver out of TCU. On the tackle, number 25, Cameron Cole, the 7th-year safety out of Chattanooga. First down, Cowboys. Dallas trying to get back in this game. 5.5 minutes left now in the third quarter. 1st and 10. for the Cowboys at their own 32-yard line. Lawler to Baxter up the middle, and Baxter 3 yards to the 35. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. Robert Foster on the tackle, the linebacker for the Redskins. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, 4 receivers spread wide. Lawler to Baxter up the middle, and Baxter out to the 39. A gain of 3. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. Raymond Ray, number 91 on the tackle. The 4th-year defensive tackle out of Houston. It'll bring up 3rd down for Dallas. Big 3rd down from their own 39. Single back in the backfield on 3rd down. Lawler, play action, and he gets sacked. Brian Trickett comes in on the sack, the rookie out of Ole Miss. A loss of 9 yards. It'll bring up 4th and 13. The rookie with a big sack for the Redskins. Trickett just came around the outside, shed a block, and zeroed in on Lawler for the sack. And the Cowboys are going to have to punt. Chris Green will come on to punt. Green gets the punt away. Fielded by Reed at the 19, and he brings it back to the 22-yard line. Darrell Reed, the rookie out of Temple. 3:59 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. The Redskins will come back out. They lead it 14-3 over the Cowboys. 3:59 left in the 3rd. The Redskins will start from their own 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, 3 receivers to the far side. Sullivan takes the handoff, rolls out, throws. Wide open, Roan, the tight end, all the way down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 26 yards to Brad Roan. And that's about the 3rd time today the Redskins have used that play. And the tight end has been wide open. 1st down, Redskins. Preston Birdsong, number 35, finally made the tackle. Redskins have it at their own 48. 3:35 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. Upset in the making here. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan hands off to Ciali, and Ciali gets 2 yards out to midfield. Timmy Beard, number 95 on the tackle. The 14th-year defensive tackle out of Auburn. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Redskins at their own 50-yard line. Very balanced attack by the Redskins. They actually have rushed more than they've passed. On 2nd and 8, Sullivan to Ciali again, and Ciali, nothing there. He's going to lose 2 yards. Antonio Malone on the tackle in his 9th year out of Northwestern. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10, a loss of 2 yards. You might want to block him next time. He got in there quick. 3rd and 10 for the Redskins at their own 48. 2:40 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. 4 receivers wide. Sullivan takes the snap. Sullivan rolls out, in trouble, throws, dumps it off to Harrison, and Harrison will cross midfield, but he's going to be shy of the 1st down. Just a 5-yard gain to Ron Harrison. It'll be 4th down. The Redskins are going to have to punt. Kerry Rule, the linebacker, on the tackle. So Jack Hamilton will come in to punt on 4th and 5. Hamilton gets the punt blocked. Cowboys block it. And it's picked up by Rule at the 38-yard line. Who came in and blocked it? Let's watch the replay. Carl Sherman, the safety, blocks the punt. And now the Cowboys, with a golden opportunity to make it a one-possession game, they'll start in Redskin territory following the block punt. This could get Dallas back in the game. JG says, let's expletive go. Again with the colorful metaphors. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. Redskins up 14-3. Cowboys come out in the eye. Lawler, hands off, no, play action looking, throws, dumps it off to Cobbs. And Cobbs down to the 29-yard line. Terry Cobbs, the seventh-year fullback out of Princeton, a gain of 9. It'll bring up 2nd and 1. Third quarter clock winding down. 1:45 and counting. Cowboys come out, 4 receivers wide. On 2nd and 1. Lawler, 3-step drop, throws. It's nearly picked off. It bounced off a Cowboy. And Cameron Wright couldn't quite come up with it. Kicking Uncle's in the house. Good to see you, Kicking. Welcome on in. We got a full house this afternoon here at Jammin' Sports. 3rd and 1 for the Cowboys at the Redskin 29. Lawler to Baxter, and Baxter has the first down. A 3-yard gain down to the 29-yard line. That'll move the chains. First down, Dallas. No, that's the word we dare not say. Did somebody make that word a word that you're not supposed to post? I went ahead and allowed it. That's the word we dare not say. 1st and 10 from the 26. Lawler to Baxter around the outside, and Baxter gets hemmed in. He's going to lose 4 yards. Back to the 30-yard line, making a loss of 3. Cameron Wright on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 13. Somebody made that military rank a word that's not allowed in the room. You can post it. I just won't say it. 2nd and 13 back at the 30-yard line. There you go. How about the Redskins? Lawler to Baxter up the middle and inside the 20, inside the 10. Baxter, touchdown. Dallas. A 30-yard touchdown run by Sam Baxter. He got great blocking on that play. And the Cowboys have made it a one-possession game. And Dallas, in all likelihood, would go for 2 to try to make it a 3-point game. Redskins are now up 14-9. So the Cowboys on the comeback trail. A 30-yard touchdown run by Sam Baxter. And now the Cowboys will go for 2. Lawler, 3-step drop, throws to the end zone, and it's broken up. No, it's caught. I'm sorry. Tom Plant caught it. I lost the ball for a second. The 2-point conversion's good. Tom Plant hauls it in. And the Redskins' lead is now 14-11. The Cowboys have made it a 3-point game with 29 seconds left here in the third quarter. We're live from FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland, Week 7, here at Jammin' Sports. The 4-2 Cowboys, the 1-5 Redskins. Dallas on the comeback trail here. Got a full house this afternoon. I appreciate it. Here's the kick. Fielded by Reed at the 2-yard line over the 20 25. And Darrell Reed brings it back to the 27-yard line. The Redskins, they played a great first half, but so far here in the second half, 2 3-and-outs. They have one first down here in the first half, or second half. But the Redskins have not done anything here in the second half so far. And the Redskins will start at their own 27-yard line. Miami at Tampa Bay up next after this. Redskins come out in the offset eye. Sullivan hands off to Dante Ciali right up the middle, and Ciali all the way out to the 40-yard line. A 13-yard gain and a Redskin first down. Dante Ciali, the 6th-year back out of Marshall. Making the tackle, Robert Preston, the 6th-year linebacker out of Penn State. Linebacker U, Penn State. And the third quarter clock is winding down. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Redskins up 14-11 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland. Week 7. The Redskins lead the Cowboys 14-11. Kick and Uncle says, "Go Redskins." So Kickin's rooting for the Redskins. JG is rooting for the Cowboys. I'm rooting for a good game, and we have one. That's the word we dare not say. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Sullivan hands off to Harrison this time. Ron Harrison, a big gain. All the way out to the 45-yard line. 15 yards and a Redskin first down. Ron Harrison, the 3rd-year back out of Florida. Redskins trying to get back up by 2 scores again. They're up by 3, 14-11. The Redskin running game today has been superb. 1st and 10 from the Cowboy 45-yard line. Redskins in the offset eye. Sullivan to Ciali, and Ciali gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Robert Preston again on the tackle for Dallas. Evil Dead said the Redskins by 2, and they're up by 3 right now. He predicted an upset. 2nd and 10 for the Redskins at the Dallas 45. We're in the 4th quarter, coming up on 7 minutes left. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan back, throws, incomplete. Tried to hit Vaden. It'll bring up 3rd and 10. He was well covered by Kerry Rule, the linebacker. How can anybody say that what the Washington team wears now is better than this? This helmet's better. The whole uniform is better. 3rd and 10 from the 45. Sullivan back. Sullivan throws. Downfield to Say. He holds on at the 29-yard line. A 16-yard gain. First down, Redskins. Evil Dead agrees with me. He and I both think what they're called now is a stupid name. First and 10 for the Redskins at the Cowboy 29. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan to Harrison. And Ron Harrison out to the 24. A gain of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. On the tackle, Wesley Keaton, the 7th-year defensive back out of Missouri. Clock is running. This drive taking up a lot of time by the Redskins. 2nd and 5 at the Dallas 24. 6 minutes remaining. On 2nd and 5, Ciali around the outside has the first down inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9. A gain of 15 yards and another Redskin first down. And Dante Ciali closing in on 90 yards rushing. B.C. Campbell is the best. First and goal from the 9. 5:50 and counting. Sullivan, pump fakes, hands off to Ciali up the middle. Dante Ciali all the way down to the 1 yard line. Bruce Campbell is the best. A gain of 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 1 for the Redskins. Preston Birdsong on the tackle for Dallas. 5.5 minutes left. Redskins trying to take a 2-possession lead once again. 2nd and goal from the 1. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan hands off to Harrison. And Harrison's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be 3rd and goal. On the tackle, number 98, Thomas Watts, the rookie out of Tulsa. Their first-round draft pick. And that'll be 3rd and goal. Under 5 minutes left. Sullivan in the gun. 4 receivers wide. Sullivan back. Looks to the end zone. Throws. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And the Redskins are going to have to settle for a field goal. It'll put them up by 6. It'll force Dallas to kick to make a touchdown. So Mike Bragg will come out, the 5th-year kicker out of Air Force. This will be from 19 yards. A chip shot. The kick is up, and it's good. Redskins lead it by 6, 17-11, with 4:44 left. We're live from FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland. Week 7 here at Jammin' Sports. The Redskins trying to get a major upset. The Redskins come in at 1-5. The Cowboys at 4-2. But Dallas still has time. 4 minutes and 44 seconds, and they're down by 6. Jack Hamilton will kick off for Washington. And there's the kickoff. Fielded by Musgrove at the 3-yard line over the 20, 25. And Caden Musgrove out to the 27-yard line. 4:40 left. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Redskins up by 6. Jeremy Lawler will come out to lead the offense for Dallas. Can the Cowboys pull this one out? Or will the Redskins hang on for a major upset that Evil Dead predicted? Which to me is amazing. 4 receivers spread wide. Lawler in the gun on 1st and 10. Lawler back. Lawler throws. It's caught by Plant at the 38-yard line. A gain of 11. First down, Dallas. That'll move the chains. The clock is running. 4:25 and counting. Looked like he trapped that. Well, I guess he caught it. So Dallas gets the first down out to the 38-yard line. Clock continues to move. First down, Cowboys. 4 receivers spread wide. Lawler in the shotgun. Lawler drops back, steps up, throws outside to Harris, and Ronnie Harris all the way out to the 44-yard line into Redskin territory. A gain of 18 yards and a Cowboy first down. The first catch today by Ronnie Harris the 8th-year receiver out of Oklahoma State. He's their highest-rated receiver with a rating of 94, and that's his first catch of the day. Cowboys in Redskin territory. Under 4 minutes. Clock's still running. Dallas needs a touchdown to retake the lead. They've never had the lead, really. Lawler in the gun. Lawler back. Throws inside to Baxter. And Baxter gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the tackle, number 94, Brian Trickett, the rookie out of Ole Miss. It'll be 2nd and 10, no gain. The clock continues to move, 3:28 and counting. Trickett was right there to make sure Baxter went nowhere. Nice defensive play by the rookie out of Ole Miss. 2nd and 10 at the Redskin 44-yard line. This game going down to the wire, it looks like. 4 receivers out wide but in tight. Lawler drops back, dumps it across the middle to Plant, and Plant gets 3 yards to the 41-yard line. On the tackle, number 93, Clinton Jay, in his 5th year out of Nevada. It'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Dallas. 3 minutes and counting. A big 3rd down coming up for the Cowboys right here. We haven't looked yet at who these teams play next week. Let's see if we can find out real quick. In week 8, the Redskins will be at New Orleans. Dallas will be at Cleveland next week. 3rd and 7 from the 41-yard line. Lawler, play action, throws, and it's nearly picked off, incomplete. Broken up by Trevon Wallace, number 20, in his 7th year out of Miami. Leon Jenkins, the intended receiver. That brings up 4th down. With 2:39 left, let's see if the Cowboys go for it. Or if they trust their defense. The Cowboys are going to punt. Chris Green back to punt. Gets the punt away. Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So the Cowboys are going to trust their defense to get a stop. And now the Redskins with an opportunity to put this one away. Kurt Sullivan, his numbers on the day, not bad. 2:35 remaining. We have the Dolphins and the Buccaneers about 5 to 10 minutes after this one's over. We'll head down to Tampa for that one. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan hands off to Ciali, and Ciali is going to lose a yard back to the 15-yard line. Antonio Malone on the tackle. It'll bring up 2nd and 11. And that may take us to the 2-minute warning. And it does. At the 2-minute warning, the Redskins lead at 17-10 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland. Week 7 here at Jammin' Sports. The Redskins holding on to a 6-point lead over the Cowboys, 17-11. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Redskins at the 15-yard line. Look for Dallas to start taking timeouts. We'll have a baseball doubleheader tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific time. We have the Dolphins and the Buccaneers after this. On 2nd and 11, Sullivan to Ciali up the middle, and Ciali 2 yards out to the 17-yard line. Injury timeout, Dallas will have to take it. So the Cowboys have 2 timeouts left, 1:57 left on the clock. This is a big third down coming up for Washington. If they get a first down here, that's going to make it infinitely more difficult for Dallas. Third and 9 for the Redskins at their own 17. Redskins come out. Sullivan in the shotgun with a back on either side. Sullivan hands off to Ciali, and Ciali gets out to the 21. Dallas takes a timeout. They have one left. That was a gain of 4 yards. They'll bring up 4th and 5, and the Redskins are going to have to punt. Jack Hamilton will come in to punt once again. His last punt was blocked. So Dallas is going to have one more shot, down by 6. They'll only have one timeout to work with. This has been a good game. Hamilton gets the punt away. Nice punt. Wow, nice punt. Musgrove from the 31. Down the sideline, crosses midfield, and he has it at the Redskin 48-yard line. I think Hamilton outkicked his coverage, as that was a nice return. Dallas will start at the Redskin 48-yard line with 1:43 left. They have one timeout. The Redskins are up by 6. Dallas needs a touchdown. The Cowboys are now in 4-down territory. Lawler in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Lawler looking, throws inside to Jenkins, down to the 41-yard line. A gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Cowboys in the hurry up. They only have one timeout. Lawler in the gun. Lawler fakes the handoff, throws downfield. It's nearly picked off. Cameron Cole tried to deflect it to Trevor Wallace, but neither one could catch it. The Cowboys dodge a bullet there. That should have been picked off. The intended receiver was Ronnie Harris. 2 Redskins had a shot at that one. And that'll bring up, yeah, they should have caught that. 3rd and 3 for the Cowboys at the Redskin 41-yard line. 1:21 left. Lawler in the gun. Lawler back. Lawler throws underneath to Harris. Incomplete. Robert Foster broke it up. The linebacker, Robert Foster, broke that pass up. It'll bring up 4th and 3. 1:21 left. 4 receivers set wide. Lawler in the gun. 4th down for the Cowboys. Lawler hands off to Baxter. They cross him up, and they get the first down. First down, Dallas. On 4th down, they got it. 1st and 10 for the Redskin 37. Lawler back. Lawler throws. Caught by Stevens. Wide open down the middle. Down to the 12-yard line. A 25-yard gain. First down, Dallas at the 12. Under a minute left. Lawler in the gun. Lawler back. Looking, throws underneath to Harris. He can't hold on. Incomplete. Broken up by Trevor Wallace. 50 seconds left. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys at the Redskin 12-yard line. The Redskins up by 6. Cowboys tried to pull this one out. 3 receivers to the near side. Lawler in the gun on 2nd and 10. Lawler back. Lawler steps up, dumps it off to Jenkins, and Jenkins will be tackled down at the 7-yard line. A gain of 5. Under 40 seconds left. Cowboys in the hurry up. 3rd and 5. Lawler in the gun. Lawler back. Looking, steps up, throws, back of the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kevin Cole, a 12-yard touchdown, a 7-yard touchdown catch in the back of the end zone. And the Cowboys have tied it up at 17. Wow. A 7-yard touchdown catch by Kevin Cole, the third-year receiver out of Hawaii. And now Alec Kerr for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. And the Cowboys have taken an 18-17 lead with 29 seconds left. Wow. Wow. The Cardiac Cowboys. Well, the Redskins, they have 29 seconds. They have 3 timeouts, and all they need now is a field goal. Got to give Dallas credit. They hung on, they stuck around, and they pull it out at the end. Game is not quite over yet. The Redskins still have 3 timeouts. And now Chris Green will kick off. Fielded by Harrison at the goal line over the 15, 20, 25, and Ron Harrison to the 27-yard line. Yep, the Redskins could have put that one away a couple of plays earlier with an interception. They had several chances earlier. 24 seconds left. The Redskins have to get in field goal range. The Redskins need about 40 to 45 yards. Now they have 3 timeouts. But they got to throw it downfield. They got to get in field goal range. It looks like Dallas will be in first place all by themselves at 5-2 if this holds on. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan back. Throws underneath to Swift. And they take a timeout immediately as he gets out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. "20 seconds remain. Kick Uncle says, "We got this." Redskins with 2 timeouts left. The Redskins still need about 35 to 40 more yards to get in the field goal range. They have 2 timeouts. Sullivan in the gun on 2nd down. Sullivan back. Throws outside to Vaden down the sideline. And Vaden to the 47 with 14 seconds left. A gain of 11. And the Redskins take their 2nd timeout. They have 1 left. Washington needs about 20 to 25 yards for a decent field goal shot. They have 1 timeout left. Can the Redskins get in the field goal range? Dallas leads at 18-17. What a game this has been. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan looking. Throws down the middle. It's caught by Say. And they take a timeout with 9 seconds left. Virgil Say. Let's do the yardage. Let's see, 13 and 3. It's a 16-yard gain down to the Dallas 37-yard line. This will be a 54-yard attempt. The Redskins are out of timeouts. Mike Bragg will come on, the 5th-year kicker out of Air Force. Dallas will probably take a timeout to ice the kicker here. From 54 yards, are the Cowboys going to ice him? Yes, they do. They take a timeout. Well, it's right about the range of his field goal range. The Redskins would have liked to have gotten closer, but they have a shot from 54 yards. It's makeable with 9 seconds left. Can the Redskins pull this one out and get a major upset? Keep in mind, if the Redskins make this, they will win 20-18. That'll be the 2 points that Evil Dead predicted. Well, they're in the field goal. Here we go. From 54 yards, Mike Bragg to give the Redskins the lead. The snap, the kick is up, and it's no good. Fielded by Musgrove. He'll run it out to eat up the clock. And that's it. Your final score, Dallas holds on to win it. 18-17 over the Redskins. Dallas goes to 5-2. The Redskins drop to 1-6. Thanks for watching here at Javin Sports. The Dolphins and the Buccaneers are up next. We'll see you then.